Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on November 17, 2023. Ceasefire protest at Democrats' national headquarters turns violent. BBC, U.S. Capitol Police clash with protesters calling for Gaza war ceasefire. Al Jazeera English, police make arrests after protest outside Democratic HQ calling for ceasefire in Israel-Hamas war. Fears growing of all-out war on Lebanon border between Israel and Iran-backed Hezbollah. Canadian man guilty of Muslim family's murders in Ontario. BBC, Nathaniel Veltman guilty of first-degree murder of Muslim family in London, Ont. CBC News, Canadian man who ran over Muslim family convicted of murder. Arab News, books by Adolf Hitler, David Duke found in Nathaniel Veltman's apartment. The London Free Press, The Breakdown, Nathaniel Veltman trial plus Israeli hostages. WHO declares loneliness a global public health concern. The Guardian, loneliness a pressing global health threat, warns WHO. The Telegraph, as bad as 15 cigarettes a day, WHO declares loneliness global health concern. Evening Standard, Gravitas, loneliness now a global public health concern. WION, WHO launches commission to foster social connection. California man arrested over pro-Israel protesters' death. BBC, California professor Loïc Al-Naji is arrested on involuntary manslaughter charge for death of Jewish protester. Daily Mail, suspect arrested for death of Jewish protester in Ventura County. Santa Barbara Edit, pro-Palestinian professor arrested over Jewish man's death. Breonna Taylor, jury deadlocks over ex-officer Brett Hankerson's fate. BBC, judge declares mistrial after jury deadlocks in trial of ex-officer in deadly Breonna Taylor raid. The Independent, judge declares mistrial after jurors remain deadlocked on Brett Hankerson verdict. WLKY Louisville, former Louisville cop Brett Hankerson's civil rights trial over fatal shooting of Breonna Taylor ends in mystery. IDF says it has found Hamas tunnel shaft at Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza. The Guardian, Israel-Gaza, Al-Shifa Hospital director says no water or oxygen left. BBC, Israel's raid on Al-Shifa Hospital, podcast, news. The Guardian, critics reject Israeli claim Al-Shifa Hospital used as Hamas command center. George Santos won't seek re-election after ethics report reveals OnlyFans campaign spending, live. The Independent, Botox and OnlyFans, George Santos won't run for re-election after damning ethics report. TikTok, aggressively, taking down videos promoting Bin Laden, letter to America. The Guardian forced to remove Osama Bin Laden's anti-Semitic letter to America. The Telegraph, why is Bin Laden's letter to America trending during Gaza war? Al Monitor, TikTok bans content promoting Bin Laden's letter to America. NBC News, Guardian forced to delete viral Bin Laden letter. Swimming rivers and faking illness to escape Ukraine's draft. Madagascar polls close and opposition shuns votes. BBC, vote counting underway in first round of Madagascar presidential elections. Africa News English, presidential election takes place in Madagascar after weeks of unrest. The National, polls close in Madagascar presidential election marred by low turnout. France 24 English, Madagascar incumbent Rajolina, confident in the choice of the people, as he votes. Israel-Hamas war, IDF drops leaflets warning Palestinians to flee parts of southern Gaza. Sky News, Israel drops leaflets warning people to flee southern Gaza towns. The Guardian, displaced Gazans live in dust, fear and hunger, Israel versus Palestine, Israel versus Hamas, N18V. CNN News 18, Israel orders evacuation in parts of southern Gaza amid fears of escalation. Al Jazeera English, Israel signals operations in southern Gaza after hospital raid. Man guilty of assault in Paul Pelosi hammer attack. BBC, conspiracy theorist found guilty of attacking Nancy Pelosi's husband with a hammer. The Telegraph, Nancy Pelosi's husband's attacker convicted of attempted kidnapping, ITV News. Israel-Gaza Live News, Israel says it attacked underground sites in Gaza. BBC, Israeli forces explode Hamas tunnel under Gazan hospital. The Telegraph, Israel-Hamas war, 5 ways the IDF could tackle the tunnels under Gaza. Sky News, Army says it struck Hamas underground sites where senior commanders were hiding. The Times of Israel, The Take, the Hamas tunnels and Al-Shifa Hospital. Netanyahu says Israel not successful in minimizing civilian casualties, but blames Hamas. Sky News, PM, Israel seeking minimal civilian casualties, but unfortunately were not successful. The Times of Israel, Israel-Hamas war, Day 42 live updates, Iran says it will not allow Israel to defeat Hamas. The Hindu, Israel not successful in bid to minimize Gaza civilian casualties, Netanyahu says. Reuters, Netanyahu faces growing criticism at home and abroad over Gaza and the hostages. Icelandic volcanic eruption likely, as biggest bulldozer deployed, live. The Independent, Iceland volcano, thousands flee homes following eruption concerns. Evening Standard, Iceland residents describe apocalyptic scenes as they flee volcano threat. The Independent, Iceland shaken by thousands of earthquakes as wait for volcanic eruption continues. ABC News. ABC News, Australia, Iceland volcano, peninsula faces decades of instability. IDF yet to prove Hamas headquarters beneath Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza. The Independent, Israel claims body of hostage found near Gaza's Shifa Hospital. Channel 4 News, IDF spokesman dodges question on alleged removal of bodies from Shifa Hospital. The Times of Israel, Israel says body of hostage recovered near Al-Shifa Hospital. The Guardian, November 16, 2023 Israel-Hamas. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.